Okay, Panzer J back, and we are up to turn number 12 in Operation Live and Let Die. So that is January 1942. And we're at Germany officially 12.1. So, not too much to cover until we get into Germany's turn. Just one quick thing I wanted to go over with you guys. So Fighting Irish was able to complete radar technology. So it was pointed out by a viewer, and then Fighting Irish also mentioned that he would get a +2 for the convoy rating now because of having radar. But that isn't how I read it. So I kind of wanted to get your guys' opinion. So if you read radar technology, what it says is represents advanced naval and air detection capabilities. Radar gives the nation the following advantages. Escort ships gain a +2 to the escort modifier roll. Now I think that is what those guys were talking about there. Air bases may scramble an unlimited number of fighters, and fighters gain a +1 interception. So the only thing it says about the +2 for the convoy rating roll would be escort ships gain +2. But you have to have a ship, I would assume, in that sea zone that's on escort duty. If I'm still rating a sea zone that either has no ships at all or has no ships on escort duty, then I don't think you get the +2, even though you have radar technology. I think you have to designate a ship as being on escort duty, and then if I was to raid a sea zone with that escort ship in it, then they get the +2. At least that's my interpretation. Let me know what you guys think about that, because I know that I think Fighting Irish on the last turn, I took 3 off, and he only ended up losing $1 because he thought he got the +2 with the radar. But like I said, I think that's only if you have a ship on escort duty. And then just one other thing from Fighting Irish's video, which was excellent, by the way. Very informative. The only thing that I saw that he had incorrect was he had my 4 Japanese fighters in Kyushu, and they should be in Tokyo. Tokyo actually has altogether 11 infantry and the 4 fighters plus the 2 coastal artillery. So that's basically it. Pre-German turn here. So now let's get into Germany 12.1. So we've got our 5 tech rolls, and we are going to go for advanced subs at 8 or higher, wartime economy 7 or higher, improved factories 7 or higher, improved construction 7 or higher, and attack transports 8 or higher. Those are going to be our 5 techs we're going to shoot for. So let's go in descending order first. So we've got the advanced subs at an 8 or higher, and we got a 6, so we missed that. Okay, wartime economy is 7 or higher. We went right off the board, so let's try that again. And we got a 10. Yahoo! Finally got wartime economy. Improved factory 7 or higher. And we get a 9. So we're 2 for 3, which is unbelievably good for Germany in this game. Improved construction 7 or higher. We get a 10, so we got that. We're 3 for 4. And attack transports 8 or higher. Oh, wow, 11. Holy crap. That is the first turn that I've got 4 or 5 in this whole game. So we moved up and completed wartime economy, moved up and completed improved factories, moved up 1 to stage 2 for improved construction, and moved up 1 to stage 2 for attack transport. So Germany has now completed 5 techs in the game: advanced artillery, advanced mechs, long-range aircraft, wartime economy, and improved factories. Okay, so now let's go to their purchases. Germany has $59 to spend, and they're going to go ahead and spend every dollar of it. So we've got 3 fighters for $30, one of which is Lend-Lease to Italy. We got 2 more air transports at 8 apiece. That's 16. That's 46. We've got a medium armor, and I'm now using the Panzer Mark IV F2 sculpt. That's one of the later War Panzer Mark IVs. And that's for 6. That's up to 52. And then a destroyer for 7. That's their 59. And then the 1 free infantry they get for being victorious in Spain. So they spend all $59. Now for combat, we've got a couple of combat moves. Not a lot, but a couple. So I've got these 2 subs over here off of Portugal and Africa. So I'm going to ignore these ships here. He doesn't have anything on Maritime Air Patrol, has no destroyers, no nothing, so I can pass through. So this sub is going to go 1 to 79 and 2 to 80. This sub is going to come up and go 1, 2, 3. It has a movement of 3. So those 2 subs are now in the same sea zone as the Italian fleet. So they're going to convoy raid sea zone 80 here. But they're going to also, if the Italian fleet is attacked, those 2 German subs are going to defend with the Italian ships. So that's one combat move. A second one we're going to do is we're going to bring our cavalry down into this last Greek territory down here. So these 2 are 1 territory away, so they definitely make it. And these 3 can go 2 even in mountains, so 1, 2, so they make it. So that's altogether 5 cavalry at 2, minus 1 because of attacking in mountains, against 1 infantry at a 4. And the last combat we're going to do, I had checked with Fighting Irish because I was thinking about attacking the British Midlands this turn with my German units in northern England, along with a bunch of my planes from West Germany. And he said he would not scramble his jet, which, by the way, that's the sculpt for the British Meteor jet. I just haven't painted it tan for the British yet. But anyways, he wasn't going to scramble, but I have decided actually against attacking the Midlands. And what I'm going to do is send a single infantry from northern England up to Scotland. And I'm going to send over 10 of my fighters from West Germany. So they can go 1, 2, 3. I have long-range aircraft, and I'm at a air base. So that adds +2, so they easily can reach. Okay? So 10 fighters and 1 infantry going into Scotland. And that's it for combat moves. So let's go ahead, and we might as well, since we're up here, let's go ahead and do the battle for Scotland first. So I'm going to go ahead and get 5 dice for my fighters. I'll do 5 at a time. Hopefully I should hit, I would think, on these first 5. So the first 5 of the 10 fighters at a 6 or less. And we got a 1, 12. We got 4 hits, so we only needed 1. So his militia is dead. And his militia needs a 2 or less in return. And rolled a 9, so it does not hit. So take the British militia off. And I go up $1 for Scotland. So let's go ahead real quick and move Germany up $1 to 54. And I believe I'm going to ask Fighting Irish to go ahead and count up his territories. I've got the British at 23 right now. So on his next UK-France turn, if he can go ahead and add up his territories, just to make sure, I might be off by $1 with them. So I just want to make sure I got that right. Okay, so that's that battle. Then we have the battle down here in the Peloponnese, the last Greek territory that's not German. So we've got 5 cavalry going in at -1 for the attacks. That's 5 2s against his regular infantry defending at a 4. So we get 5 2s. And we got a 3, a couple 4s, a 5, and 11. So no hits there. So he gets a 4 in return. And rolls a 5. So he missed. So I get 5 more 2s. And we got a 1, a 2, 12, 10, 7. So we got 2 hits. We only needed 1. His 4 in return. A 9, so it does not hit. So take off. It's not worth any money. But take off that British unit and put my 5 cavalry down in the Peloponnese. And I'll get a roundel for those later. So now on to the convoy rating. So again, I don't think he gets the +2 for radar because he has no ships at all in that sea zone. So clearly no ships on escort duty. So for now, I'm going to assume he does not have the +2 for even with the radar tech. So we've got 2 6-sided die, black and red. Black will be German. Red will be the British. So the first of the 2 subs, 5-5, but I get a +2 for the subs, and I do not, again, believe he has +2. So that's $2 off for the British. And the second roll, again, Germany's black. We get a 5-2, so that's +3, plus the 2 modifier, so that would be +5, altogether +7, or excuse me, altogether 7 taken off, but he only can lose 6. So I believe he's lost $6 from that convoy line this turn. Okay? So that is it for Germany's combat moves. So non-combat. We are going to take the 10 fighters that landed that attacked Scotland, and they went 1, 2, 3, and all 10 fighters are going to land in northern England. So they are all now, the Luftwaffe presence is now on English soil. Okay. Then we are going to take our 4 air transports from West Germany, 1, 2, 3, and take the 4 infantry that are in West Germany and drop them off in northern England as well. Okay. Now, there's something about air transports that I want to get to here at the end of the turn, which I'll talk about here in a minute. Then we are going to move the 2 infantry from Belgium back to West Germany. We are moving an infantry from Berlin up to West Germany. We are going to strategically rail these 2 infantry in Estonia to West Germany. We are going to strategically rail one of the infantry that's in Warsaw, and there's a total of 3. So I'll take one of those off of here, and one of those is being strategically railed to West Germany, and I'll chip these guys out when I get a chance. So that's 3 of my 4 rail movements. And then this mountain infantry in Slovakia is going to get strategically railed down to Yugoslavia. Okay, and that's it for rail movement. Now we've got to move a few more planes around. So this German fighter in Yugoslavia, there's no air base there, but because a long-range aircraft, it can move 5 spaces. So it's going to go 1 to this sea zone, 2 to this sea zone, 3 to this sea zone, and 4 land in Tripolitania. Then this German tactical bomber is in West Germany. And again, it's at an air base plus the long-range aircraft movement. So that's 6 total that it can move. So it's going to go 1 to Bavaria, 2 to Austria, 3 to northern Italy, 4 to Sea Zone 50, 5 to Sea Zone 80, and 6 to Tripolitania. So that's down there as well. Then this German fighter that was left over in West Germany, because I had 11 to start the turn with, is going to fly 1 to Bavaria, 2 to Austria, and 3 to northern Italy. And that's now sitting in northern Italy. And I believe that is it for... Oh, and this artillery that's in Estonia is going to move 1 back to Latvia. So it moves back 1 to Latvia. And I believe that's it for non-combat. So now for unit placement. So we've got our 1 infantry has to go to Berlin. And then we've got our 1 Italian fighter that we lend-lease. So the Italian fighter goes in northern Italy. The infantry goes to Berlin. Then we've got our medium armor, which we're placing that in northern Italy because we have a minor complex there. We've got 2 new air transports, and they're both going in western Germany. We got 2 more German fighters, and they are being placed in West Germany. And then we've got a destroyer, which we're placing down here in C Zone. What is that? 51, I believe. And I can do that because I have a minor shipyard there. Those can produce 1 unit, 1 non-capital ship per turn. So that's where I'm putting the destroyer. So that should be it for German non-combat. Now to talk about the transports real quick. And let me go ahead and grab the rule book because I just had a quick question about this. I'm not really sure. Bear with me for a second. So for air transports, it says transporting cargo that an air transport must return to a friendly landing spot after dropping off its cargo, okay? And then if you look, but that's under the combat section. Then if you look under the description for air transports, it says air transports can carry 1 infantry class unit in non-combat movement. Okay, and then it goes on to airborne assault, which we didn't do. So, and that is exactly what I did. I had 4 air transports take 4 infantry in non-combat movement into northern England. So, and they had moved at that point a total of 3. So does that mean they can return to a friendly spot like it says earlier when it's talking about air transports? So for now, I'm going to say they can. And they get a total of 8 movement, 6 normally, 1 for the air base, and 1 for long-range aircraft. So those 4 air transports are going to return to West Germany. That would be a total round trip of 6 movements, so they have more than enough. And that's going to finish off Germany. Let's see. We got to do income real quick, and then I'll describe what's in what territory so that my opponents have a clear description of German units. So Germany is at $54. They have just 1 bonus of 3 for Sweden being neutral. So that's 57, and now they do get wartime economy. So they're going to add to that by $4. So not the greatest. They waited all this time for wartime economy, and they get a whopping $4. So that is a total of $61 because Germany did not save any money from last turn. So Germany will have $61 to spend on turn number 13. So now real quick, going over the map. In northern England, Germany has 10 fighters, 6 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 medium armor. In West Germany, they have 6 infantry, 6 air transports, and 2 fighters. Paris did not change from the last turn. Neither did Berlin. In Yugoslavia is a mountain infantry and a regular infantry. 5 cavalry down in the Peloponnese. There is that naval transport in the sea zone here opposite Yugoslavia. We got a German fighter in northern Italy, along with an Italian fighter and 2 Italian infantry. We got 2 German subs down here in sea zone 80. And then in Tripolitania, with what Germany's put down there, we have 3 Italian fighters, an Italian TAC bomber, 2 Italian infantry, an Italian motorized infantry, and then a German fighter and a German tactical bomber. So that's it for Germany 12.1. Be turning things over to Global War 36 enthusiast. and see you guys back here in Japan 12.3.